Hello, I'm Mary V. Today, let's talk about how to balance the left hand. So, what does balancing the hand mean? Well, it's all about the difference between the first finger and the fourth finger. Now, the first finger has a very different function from the fourth finger, and it's got a relationship with the thumb on the other side of the neck. And when we play an open string, in order to kind of hold our place, we use the inside of the first finger to hold our place, right? Because if we play like this, we don't really have a good placeholder and it's much harder to play in tune. Whereas if we hold our place in first position, we can put our finger down. So you need to sort of be aware of that none of the other fingers actually do that or have a relationship with the thumb quite like that. The fourth finger is different because it's the weakest finger because it shares a tendon with the third and it doesn't really have much independence unless you know how to practice. So one of the important exercises to do is to change the weight from this part of the hand over to this part of the hand. And how we do that is simply think about it, put our fingers down and rock our hand forward and put a bit of pressure on the third and fourth fingers and then back to the first. And roll the hand and put a bit of weight on. If you can do that without squeezing the thumb, either for the fourth finger or the first finger, you've got a really good chance of developing a much more flexible left hand. It's quite crucial to have had a look at this because when you finally start to use your fingers in pieces, say some Bach, you'll find that the hand is in all sorts of different positions. And it's very, very important for the hand to be able to change the weight, to change its shape all the time really, to move the wrist, to facilitate being in tune. And one of the first things to do is to change the weight to help the fourth finger and to help keep the first finger very free. And all the time the good old thumb is on the other side. And if your thumb is tight and squeezing, keep tapping it as you do each side of the hand. So tap it along with the first finger, tap it along with the fourth finger. Now when you tap it, you'll discover that you cannot press very hard on the strings. It's important to know that, just what this opposition between the fingers and the thumb really is. It's like this. The fingers can't really work on their own without the thumb being on the other side, but there's no reason why it should be really tight and squeezing. It can just be a touch. So think of the fingers and the thumb as just being a touch and seeing how light you can get everything. So by the time you come to playing some Bach, your hand is much, much more flexible because you've had a look at this and it's familiar with being able to change shape, change the weight. So just by being aware of this issue, you can often diagnose a problem that crops up in any of your pieces. You can start to realize, oh, I'm squeezing between my first finger and my thumb. I can tap my thumb to relieve the tightness. Or I'm not really sort of reaching forward properly with my fourth finger. I'm just straightening it and it's all very rigid. But by getting used to changing the weight, I've got a lot more flexibility to cure the problem. So I hope you get on well with your experiments, and I'll leave it there. Bye.